With us on the program Beyond 100 Days, we are talking about party politics, the intrigues in the Labour Party. And my guest is Callistus Okafor, former Deputy Chairman South of the Labour Party, but he says he's now factional chairman of the party. Mr. Okafor, earlier you were talking about the fact that you are legitimate chairman of the party. But as it is, we know the names of those people who are behind these other two factions. For Abure, we know his team. For the Alex Oti, we know Peter Obi, we know Gbadebo Road Driver. We know those people, Nenad Usman and the rest of them that are there. Who specifically are these people behind you? What are their names?
You use the word "who are behind me," like I've told you before. I do not need anybody to be behind me, but I have the National Working Committee of Labour Party of 2014, who inherited that consent judgment that was given in 2018. In every judgment, there must be people that will benefit from it. As of the time the consent judgment was, yes?
Mr. Okafor, you cannot work in isolation. Who are these members of the National Working Committee?
Oh, I have Maman Buka, the National Vice Chairman South Northeast. I have Bobo Atariedo, the National Vice Chairman South. I have Haja Kishimi, he's the National Treasurer of Labour Party. I have Omaru, National Vice Chairman South Northwest. Then I have Deputy Woman Leader of Southeast. I have a Deputy Woman Leader Southeast, South. And so many of them. Like I said, I have the members of National Working Committee behind me. Abure has only 3. Abure is 3. We are 26. Like I told you, 6 has left the party. 3 are dead. The remaining. Out of that, you have the treasurer, the national treasurer, who is Olushi Opara, who is with NLC, and Maria Lebeke, who is with NLC, who has now joined His Excellency Dr. Alex Oti and Mr. Peter Obi. Like I said, if you recall, in a so-called jamboree national convention in Newi, Alex Oti was standing by Abure. He was, of course, the financier, the sponsor of Julius Abure. What changed? Alex Oti, if it was not there present, his deputy was there present. All his National House of Assembly members were there. Commissioners were there. House of Rep members were there. And other government officials of Abia State were there. And all of a sudden, INEC was not there. And they had been funding Abure all this while in everything Abure was doing. Until INEC said, listen, you are tenure. The 1-year extension you asked for has elapsed. We won't recognize you anymore. As long as INEC is concerned, you guys will go and make peace. So when you ask me who is behind me, I don't need to have people who doesn't have the interest of the party behind me. The only interest they have is their personal interest. How they will hijack the party. How they will use the party for their personal interest. To use it to go for major. I don't need anybody who want to use the party for...
I hear you, Mr. Okafor. You appear to have been silent for a long time. Why are you coming out now?
I'm sorry that you are... I'm sorry you are asking me why I'm coming out now. I've been around. I've been talking. I've been in your TV. I've been on your station several times. I'm surprised you're saying. I was here in 2001 when I went to the court for the first time. 2001. I was there. I was here. So you can't say I'm just coming out now. I'm surprised you're saying that. That means you don't know
what happened all the while? What happened all the while Julius Abure held free, and even when Olumide Apapa was there as chairman of the party? Where were you at all of those times, and what efforts did you make?
Oh, come on. During that period, I appeared in your television severally. I'm surprised you're asking me this. I've appeared in your television severally on this. So the thing is that I'm a very peaceful, loving man. I don't have to behave like a tout. I don't have to behave like a desperate person. I was in the court. So why would I start fighting because of this? One thing I know that there is a rule of law. One thing I know is that the Labour Party has constitution, and which I'm saying that the constitution of the Labour Party has not been followed. And now you can see, still up till now, even the people you want to be behind me, they are against the rule of law. They are fighting the rule of law. So I don't want anybody that fights the rule of law to be behind me. I'm a man who believes in the rule of law. So
all right, Mr.
if you want to be behind me, you must be a man who believes in the rule of law.
Mr. Okafor, do you agree that the emergence and existence of multiple factions within the Labour Party is further dividing and destabilizing the party?
I don't know if I really got you right, but that is correct. If I got you right, I believe that people came to destabilize Labour Party.
Who? Which
if
people?
If you're an honorable man, if you're a man of honor and integrity, you must obey the rule of law. We cannot, because it's destabilizing the party, allow illegality to stand. No. People like me will not allow illegality to stand in Labour Party.
Who are these moles in your party that are breeding illegality, Mr. Okafor?
Abure is the first person. An acting national secretary become a national chairman. How? Without convention, in National Executive Council meeting. How did it happen? This is questions we ask ourselves. How did an acting national secretary become a national chairman? How? In which political party does that happen? How? This is number one. Number two is the gathering of like minds that happened in Abia State. You saw it. The gathering of like minds. You said we'll come to that. When we came to that, that is an illegality.
So you have called Julius Abure a mole within your party. You have called the gathering of like minds, the stakeholders meeting, an illegality. What evidence do you have to support these claims?
Oh, come on. The Labour Party Constitution is the evidence that I have. Like I said, I'm a man who believes in the rule of law. I'm a man who believes in constitution of the party. I'm a man who believes in electoral acts. Take, for instance, Julius Abure, like I've told you, the evidence is, where did Abure emerge as a chairman? Where? Abure emerged as a chairman in a National Executive Council meeting. An acting national secretary became a national chairman. That is illegality. In the Labour Party Constitution, it doesn't make any sense at all. It's new to the Constitution. It's new to the Constitution. Yes?
I hear you, Mr. Okafor, but where were you when that INEC meeting held? Why didn't you speak out? Why weren't you present or available to take up the role if, by law, you should be the one to take over?
Good. You see why I said I would have wanted it that a man who knows the history of Labour Party to be the one asking me this question, because it's a long story. If I started, I don't know how many minutes do I have to talk to you. But if not, I will let you know that Abure, like I said, the genesis of the problem of Labour Party started at Stone Edge Hotel, Central Area, Abuja. On that fateful day, I stood as a deputy national chairman, acting national chairman. And Abure stood as an acting national secretary. And we had a special convention that removed the then national chairman, the late A.S. Salam, for embezzlement and for other things. This is what brought this problem. This is the case that brought. I started with Abure on my side, and the late chairman on the other side. Abure left me in moment. Abure discovered that in our we call an auditor who came and they audited our account and discovered that there was a lot of fraud and all that. Then immediately Abure realized that he has 7.5 million naira fraud he committed in Edo State. A man called Amos paid 7.5 million in his account. The moment Abure realized that, Abure left us and ran to AS Salam. And we
allegations, Mr. Okafor, and they would have to be substantiated.
No, it's not. Listen, I said he was indicted by police, SCT command. He was indicted. Even, I don't want to go into that. I'm talking, you're asking me a question. I'm telling you how it came about.
All right, Mr. Okafor. You know, the challenge is massive. You have currently 3 factions in your party. What is the way out?
Please, I don't understand what you mean by three fractions.
Then Usman, by the stakeholders.
Abure has been operating in illegality. I've told you before. For me, Abure has never had a tenure. Abure has never existed. Let's assume that Abure was an appointed acting national chairman that was to do one thing or the other. But like INEC said, our umpire, who put Abure's name in their website, an acting national secretary that became a national chairman, they put his name. At this point, they have said Abure tenure has expired. So Abure is supposed not to be we should not be talking about Abure any longer. And their Newi Jamboree does not exist. So I don't want to talk about Abure, but Abure still remains in the National Working Committee. Why?
All right.
Abure is my acting national secretary, while I am acting national chairman. So Abure is still in the National Working Committee.
It's a good way to end the conversation. I've been speaking.
Coming to what happened in
Mr. Okafor, we really do need to wrap the show now. Hopefully you can come in some other time to share further perspective into this, but it's been great talking to you. Callistus Okafor is former deputy national chairman.
You didn't talk about Abia State. You didn't talk about Abia. You said you would ask me. You didn't ask me again.
I just said that perhaps we'll have some other time to talk about that, Mr. Okafor. Well, thank you very much.
But you say you have 3 fractions. If you have 3 fractions, you don't want me to talk about the other.
You've dwelt so much on Abure. But then that's really the much we can take.
No, because I wanted to talk about Abia. I wanted to talk about Abia. You told me that no, that you will get to that.
We really do need to go, Mr. Okafor.
Your time is out.
We really do need to go, and hopefully you can come in some other time to talk about it.
Can you give me 1 second? Can you give me 1 minute? Can you give me 1 minute?
I'm afraid we can't, Mr. Okafor. Thank you very much for coming on the program today. With that, our show, what to repeat at midnight and at 6 a.m. I'm Abosede Adeniran Adoemi. Bye for now.